In 12th century Europe, power was physical. The feudal system relied on warlords, knights, and kings who secured their land through violence and male heirs. So when King Alfonso VI of León died suddenly in 1109 without a male successor, it triggered an immediate crisis. His daughter, Urraca, stepped into the vacuum. She inherited the kingdom, becoming Europe's first female monarch to rule by her own right. This map of the 1109 Iberian Peninsula shows exactly how dangerous that was. The arrows closing in on León's borders represent rival kingdoms preparing to strike a territory they assumed was now defenseless. A ruling woman broke the core logic of the feudal system. To the surrounding powers, she was a vulnerability that had to be eliminated. The Leonese nobility tried to fix this themselves. They forced Urraca into a strategic marriage, hoping to install a man who would handle the actual business of ruling. They chose Alfonso I of Aragon, a powerful neighbor brought in to quietly absorb Urraca's authority. This diagram shows the theoretical, unified kingdom of León and Aragon, but the marriage immediately fractured the region's political geography. Urraca refused to be a submissive consort. Her loyalists clashed directly with her new husband's forces, as Aragonese garrisons attempted a hostile takeover from within. The treaty designed by the patriarchy to stabilize the peninsula had the opposite effect. It ignited a brutal civil war. The political gridlock turned into an open slaughter. King and queen were now locked in a violent armed conflict over the crown. Urraca did not delegate her defense to others. She rode out with her armies, dictating military strategy and personally commanding sieges against her husband. And she fought this war on multiple fronts. While battling Aragon, she suppressed mutinies from her own noblemen and dismantled treasonous plots centered around her young son. During relentless multi-front assaults, the heavy medieval fortifications surrounding León served as a crucial defensive barrier, giving her the tactical leverage to hold her ground. She kept the throne through aggressive crisis management. She negotiated when she had to and deployed calculated, overwhelming force when it was required. In 1126, Urraca died. After 17 years of non-stop conflict, she took her last breath still wearing the crown, having defeated every faction that tried to depose her. By retaining absolute control until the end, she established a concrete legal precedent for all future female monarchs in Europe. Looking down at this bright, modern view of León, you are seeing the physical aftermath of her survival. These tight cobblestone streets were the active command centers where she outplayed the most powerful men on the continent. Her final status is undeniable. She rests here, inside the vaults of the Royal Collegiate, buried directly alongside the conquering kings of history. We typically study monarchs who marched across borders to build empires. Urraca spent her entire reign fighting a much harder war simply to prove she had the right to exist. And she won.